there are several ways you can resolve the issue of moving your hands too much when you playing chords. And so one of them is by playing something called you know I would say playing the changes. At least is one type. At least I think it is one type of playing the changes. That means if you're in D flat and 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 you're going to move to you want to play G flat, which is the subdominant. So if in G flat there are notes that are the same with some notes in D flat, so I keep those notes one place, because both chords have those same notes. Those notes are those chords, the D have those notes in common. So I don't have to move those common notes. I just keep them in one place. Okay? Okay? So this is D flat. Now I'm in D flat. That's the root position, and I want to move to G flat, which is the subdominant. I'm going to see if I have at least one common note in those two triads. Okay, so this is, if I play I'm going to play D flat, F, A flat. Okay, now if I play G flat, I'm going to play G flat, I'm going to play G flat, B flat, and D flat. So what I can see now, D flat is also in G flat. Okay, let me put it this way. D flat belongs to both D flat major triad and G flat major triad, right here. Okay. So what I do, since I already played D flat, okay, in D flat, well, I already played D flat note in D flat major triad, and that same D flat note exists in the subdominant. So I'm not going to play. I'm going to keep the D flat in the subdominant and in the root chord in one place, which is right here in D flat major triad. All I'm gonna do is move the third and the fifth, okay, to play my to play my subdominant. Okay, it's like that, like this. I did not move the D flat. It stays one place because it exists. It exists in both chords. I don't have to move it. I played for both chords. I played it for both chords in one place. And it is the same. It is the same thing now. If you want to move from okay, say let's see. Now, if you want to play the fifth, which is the subdominant chord, and now you're in root position. You can look for a note that is common in both the root and the dominant. The dominant is what? Is the dominant chord is going to be, let's see, it's going to be A flat. Okay, so, and this is A flat. Okay, so if I play A flat, it's going to be A flat, it's A flat, C, and E flat. A flat, C, and E flat. That's A flat. A flat, C, and E flat. So when I play D flat, okay, if I play D flat, I play D flat, I mean D, F, A. Okay, remember that, I mean A flat. Remember that A flat, okay? Remember that. Okay? D flat major, triad, D, F, I mean D flat, F, A flat, D flat, F, A flat. Keep that A flat in mind. Now, A flat major, A flat, C, E flat. So right away, immediately that I see that A flat belongs to both the root chord, which is A flat, which is D flat, and the fifth chord, the dominant chord, which is A flat. Okay, so A flat, when I move from the root chord to play A flat, which is the dominant chord, I'm not going to move the A flat because A flat belongs to both chords. I'm going to move the other notes that are not common to both chords. So it's going to be something like, I did not move the A flat, okay? Okay, this is called inversions of the chord. Okay, you play. Normally you're gonna play in root position. Okay, but you can also play the inversions of the triad or of any chords. You can have as many inversions. Let me put it this way. You can have as many inversions as you have notes in a chord. Okay, so since the triad has, well, that statement may not be completely. If I have 3 notes, then I can have first inversion. I think that was right. What I just said. So now, okay, this is D flat in root position. Is 1 3 5 1 3 5 1 3 5 1 3 5. That's the root position in D flat. Okay, D flat major triad, or it could be minor also. It's up to you. No. Okay. Now, to save, to prevent yourself from moving your hands all over the place, then you can play the inversions of the chord. For example, you can play the inversion of D flat. So the first inversion starts on the 3rd note of the triad, and then the root, okay, is the root goes up. I would say 1 octave up, because now you're going to start your triad not on the 1st. You're going to start your triad, your chord, on the 3rd. Okay, but you're still playing the same type of chord. It's just that you started on a different note. Now you're going to start it on the 3rd. Then you're going to still playing the 5th, and then you play the root in octave. So I always like to know where the 3rd is. So why? Because if I want to turn my major triad, if I want to make it a minor triad, so I'm gonna be dependent on the 3rd, because I need to lower the 3rd half step. So in my mind, I always want to know where the 3rd is, and also the root, because the root I want to know where the root is for me to play my major 7th and my dominant 7th. I want to know where those always. I want to know their locations in the inversions. So the first inversion here in D flat. So if you play D, F, D flat, F, A flat. So your first inversion of the triad will start on the third. Okay, the third is F. So it's going to be F5 1. F5 1. You had one in root position. You have 1 3 5. First inversion, you're gonna have 3 5 1. F, E flat, D flat. Where's the third? That's the third. I started the first inversion with the third. So if I want to make the triad minor, I know where the third is the first. I started playing the chord with it, so it's easy for me to play minor now. I just lower my first note right here, the third, 1/2 step. Oh well, I didn't play it on with my right hand. Probably not yet. Where's the one? So it's easy for me to play my D flat major 7th, because I know the one is at the end of the chord now, in octave. So all I need to do, lower the 1/2 step, then I have my D flat major 7. If I want my dominant 7th, I know the flat 7th is a whole step below the root and 1/2 step below the major 7th chord. I mean the major 7th note. So it's gonna be like this. That's D flat, dominant 7. Well, I would not say, yeah, D flat, dominant 7. So one place right here, just by using the first inversion of D flat, in one place I can play the chord, the triad, and I can play the minor, go back to the major triad, and then play the major 7th, and play the dominant 7th. You see, you save motion, you save yourself time and motion. You don't have to move your hand all over the place. So we can do that again. Okay, let's see. Minor, you see that? You see? I play root. Not the root, sorry. I play first inversion major, D flat major, major 7, dominant 7, last one that I just played is minor seventh. Okay, D flat minor seventh. Okay. So we got first inversion, right? Okay. See, having conversations with your instrument friend. Okay. So there you go. You can play with rhythm. Huh? And go back to the root. Okay, that was a first inversion. Remember, well, for me, I always want to know the locations of the third and the root, so I can play my minor chord and my major seventh and dominant seventh chord a little easier. Okay, now the second inversion of D flat major. This is the root. Root position. This is the first inversion. We started the first inversion on the third of the chord. Now the second inversion, we're going to start it on the fifth of the chord. So in this case, that will I want to know where the third is, okay, and in the root. So that tells me that the root now, the D flat, will be in the middle of the fifth and the third, because I believe the third now is going to be one octave higher. It's going to be at the end of the triad. So that means that if I want to make the triad minor, I will go to the end of the chord and lower the note, and I know where in the root now the D flat will be in the middle. So I know so that give me a point of reference to play my major seventh and dominant seventh chord. So alright, so so let's do that. Let's do this. Okay, the first inversion was F, A flat, and D flat. Now we're gonna start with A flat now, which is the fifth of the triad. So it's gonna be it's gonna be 5, 1, 3. 5, 1, 3. Okay. So 5, 1, 3. 5, 1, 3. D flat. We're playing in D flat. Second inversion. 5, 1, 3. Which is A flat, D flat, and F. Okay. I want to know where my third is. Okay, I know the third is F. So 5, 1, 3, which is A flat, D flat, which is the root. I know where the root is now. It's right here in the middle, and the third is at the end, which is right here. So it's gonna be easy for me to play my minor and my major seven and dominant seven. So let's do it. Okay, D, A flat. Oh, sorry about that. that's second. The second inversion starts on the fifth of the triad. Now, if you add more notes, you're going to have more inversions now. Okay, if you got, let's say you have like D flat 6, D flat major 6, D flat major 6. So now you can have you can use the 6 to make another inversion of the chord, because you added a note. So I hope you understand. I know you understand. So if you add major 7, okay, so the major you just added a note, which is a major 7, so you can have another inversion of the chord starting on the 7th, okay. So, but in the case of the triad, you have two, okay. So let's go back to the second inversion of D flat. Okay, now I want to. Where's my third? My third is at the end. Is at the end of the triad. So easily I can make the transition from major to minor very easily just by lower that third. Okay. Good. And go back to the major. Now, I want to know where's my 1? Where's root number 1? I mean, where's the note number 1? Is in the middle. Okay. So I know I can play my major 7 just by I can play my major 7 just by lowering the middle, the root in the middle right here. Alright. Okay. Then right here also I know the flat 7th, which makes the chord a dominant 7th chord, is right below. It's a half step below that major 7 right here. So all I got to do, lower that major 7th, 1/2 step, and then I got my dominant D flat dominant 7th in the second inversion. Okay, so sorry about that. Let me play that again. Okay, let's go back to the major. Okay, then we go to the minor. Go back to the major. Play the major 7, and now play the dominant 7. Okay, so that's it pays to play the inversions of the chords, make it easier for you to accompany a singer or to play in a band, because it is more convenient. You can play more efficiently if you know how to use the inversions of the chords. Okay, so that was okay. Now let's see, where's the okay, I know where the 1 is. The 1 is in the middle. Well, using the second inversion. One is in the middle, which is 1. What if I want to play major 9? All I got to do is play the 2. Okay, the 2. I think, okay, this is 1. Oh, sorry. 1. Let me play add 9. Let me play D flat add 9 in the second inversion. Okay, just a whole, that will be a whole step above the 1, so it's going to be like this. Okay. Okay. So what about major 6? D flat major 6. Well, I started the second inversion using the 5th degree of the scale, so, or the 5th degree of the triad. So I know 6 is a whole step above 5. So if I play, I'm still in second inversion, you know. Okay, but this is the 5th. We started with the 5th. Okay, so this is a 1. So if I want to play D flat major 6, I can just add B flat to it. Let's see, okay, hold on. Okay, just add the B flat to it, and right there I have D flat major 6. Yeah, that's it. Using the second inversion of D flat, you can do all kind of, you can use all kind of combination of extensions, you know, very well, efficiently and somewhat easy when you use the inversions of the chord. Let me try something. Okay, let's say I'm still playing second. I'm still using excuse me. I'm still using the second inversion of D flat. Okay, which is A, D flat, and F. Okay, let's play 9. Well, add 9. Let's play D flat, D flat major add 9. Okay, this is 9 right here, so it's gonna be. Let me make sure that's right. Okay. D flat major add 9. Now, if you want to make it more interesting, what if you can put the 6 into it? Okay. Okay. All right. So. Sound, you know, that's a very good sound. That's D flat major add 6/9. That's what it is right here. there's a lot of things you can do, you know. So, this is what, as musicians, what we need to do. We just, we need to develop a friendship with the instrument. And you know what? You're going to discover that your friend likes you, and the relationship will be stronger and stronger as as uh, as we get along. So you know, uh, this session was just to give you a little break from playing all those difficult 16th uh, uh, 16th notes with them that I posted in my rhythm chat part 5. So that was just a little breathing room I gave you, but I'm going to come back to my rhythm chat, uh, you know, with you, and but the next rhythm chat I'm gonna have is gonna be about probably how to play 3/8 meter and 5/4/6/4. See, the thing is, one good thing about playing things like 5/4/6/4, they are kind of similar. The only because they have the same pulse, the same pulses, but it's the way that you count them, that will make the difference. So I will explain to you how to count those rhythms, because some people probably wonder, well, how can you have 7 quarter notes in a measure? How can you have 6 quarter notes in the measure when the pulse is just 1, 2, 3, 4? When the pulse is just a quarter note? Well, yeah, that's what I'm trying. Yeah, I am sure that some musicians went through that kind of question. How come you have 4 pulses in a measure, 4 quarter notes as 4 pulses, 1, 2, 3, 4, and each quarter note is supposed to get 1 count? All of a sudden, now you have a measure with 7 quarter notes or 5 quarter notes. How are you going to count this kind of rhythm? Well, there's a way. There's a way, and you will know about it. Meanwhile, take care of yourselves and keep playing, keep practicing. Remember, if you hear a speech mistake that I make, or speech mistakes that I made, I don't correct my speech mistakes in my videos because I'm not good in editing. I don't want to mess up my videos. So, but if I make mistakes, speech mistakes, when I play back the videos, I notice them, but I don't go back and try to correct them because I might mess up the whole the videos. I might mess up the frames of the videos because I'm not a video editor. So I hope you understand that.